So it is asking us to find the vertex of a parabola. What does that look like, a parabola? Looks like a U. Where would the vertex be on that parabola? At the bottom, right in the center. That's your vertex. Okay? So we're going to try to do this the way we did the circles as much as possible. So if we're going to complete the square, let's do it this way. X squared plus 4x, put a box right there. What are we doing with the plus 1? We're just going to slide it down out of the way so you keep it plus 1. You only make it a minus 1 if you move it to the other side of the equal sign, right? All right, we're good on that. All right, somebody fill in the box for me. Plus 4. All right, watch this. Here's a new step. We got a plus 4 here and a minus 4 there. Wait a minute. It's always been plus 4 and plus 4, right? Why is it minus 4 this time? Let me show you. Because the equal sign is in a different spot. Because normally what we do, if we add 4 on one side, we got to add 4 on the other, right? But by the time I move it back over here, it would be a negative 4. So when you are doing parabolas, whatever you add in the box, you subtract over here.
But you still do the other part the same?
Yep. Now, parentheses, let's do it the same. So Jalen, that's going to be what inside that parenthesis? X plus 2 squared, and I got minus 3 out here. All right, you can circle that. That is your equation in vertex form. That's not your vertex. That's your vertex form of the equation. And you guys have done all this. Might have been 9th grade, might have been 10th grade. But y'all done this. We have done this sometime.
We didn't go to 9th grade math.
And I didn't go to half of 10th grade.
Okay, the COVID got y'all's 9th grade math. This was 9th grade math right here. All right, so what's the vertex going to be? Anybody want to guess?
Negative 3.
-2. Why do I change this sign? Because it's in the parentheses. And this one you just bring down -3. That's your vertex. Everybody good on that?
So then you plot that?
So now let's plot -2 and -3 right here. Now don't draw a parabola yet.
Why would
Go ahead, Jay.
Why wouldn't the 3 be a positive?
All right, you only got to flip this sign because this one's in the parentheses. That one's not in the parentheses, so you don't flip that one.
Did they upgrade our printer system?
Why?
These graphs are like readable.
I made that
The last
sheet last year probably. Yeah.
Hey, at least it's not from 5 years
How
ago.
do you keep up with all these sheets?
I got a big folder I got to keep up with. Folders, plural.
Hey, Jalen, have you not seen this masterpiece of
Exactly.
organization?
I know where everything is over there. All right, so to finish graphing, guys, we got to plug in 4 points. We're going to do it just like we did at the first of the year. I forget why we did it at the first of the year, but I know we did it. We're going to plug in 4 points. How did we plug them in? How did we pick the 4 points? Do y'all remember? 2 on the right, 2 on the left is how we picked them, right? And when did we do that? I've said that sometime this year.
We were graphing something.
We're graphing something. All right, so I'm going to pick -3 and -4 on the left. I'm going to pick -1 and 0 on the right.
Wasn't it when we were using graphing calculators, so we were doing like the parabolas and then?
Maybe so. I can't remember exactly. All right, so when you guys plug these in, where do you plug them in? Plug them in right here where you got the parentheses. You can just plug them in your calculator if you want to.
Should that be -2? What?
Here?
Oh, never mind.
All right, so -3 plus 2 is -1. Square that, you get +1. Subtract 3, you get -2. Now, you can do it on your calculator, and you'll get the same thing. All right, let's plug in -4. What's -4 plus 2? All right, square -2. 4 minus 3 is 1. All right, -1 plus 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. Now look, follow the pattern. These two are -2.
So -3?
So these two will have to be +1.
I thought the pattern.
Follow the pattern.
These two are the same, so these two will have to be the same. Follow the pattern.
Like always, it will be.
Because the way we pick our numbers, Kylie, it's always going to be
I
like that.
saw a pattern. I thought it was -3.
All right, so I got -3 down 2, so I know that one's there, and I got -4 up 1, so I know that one's there. There is your parabola. Possibly. I'm gonna show you another one. All right, so how do we start this? We got to put the box in. Where does the box go?
After the 6.
After the 6x. What happens with the plus 3? You just move it down. You don't move it across the equal sign, you just slide it down. All right, Allie, fill in the box for me, please. Plus 9 here, so what goes out here? Everybody good still? We got a new step. All right, Allie, you're on a roll. Let's keep going. What goes in the parentheses?
X plus 3.
And then back behind the parentheses, minus 6. That is your vertex form of the equation. All right, so, Drew, what is my vertex?
-3, -6.
Very good. -3 down 6. There's my point. Last step, we got to plug in 4 points. So, Jaden, how do we pick our 4 points we're going to plug in? Let me show you. You see my vertex? 2 on the left, -4, -5. 2 on the right, Jaden, -1 and -2. -4, -5, -1, -2. All right, plug them in your calculator, get your 4 answers, and graph it. All right, so now let's look at number 4. I can go to 4, right?
Mine does not block that.
All right.
I graphed all the
Jalen,
same
do you
dots.
have these?
I do. I graphed all the same dots, but all of mine are in the bottom quadrant.
All right, well, look, over 0 up 2. Over 0 up 2's got to be right there. Over 1, -1. You got it now? Over 3, down 1. Over 4, up 2.
Okay. No. Let me see.
All right, look at number 4, guys. 4 is different. Y equals 2x squared plus 12x plus 14. All right, everybody's looking at 4. What is different about 4? It's got a number in front. So watch how we do this. We're going to divide by 2. So I got an x squared. 12 divided by 2 is 6. I am not going to mess with the 14. I just move it down. So you divide the numbers except for the 14 because it's not in the group. You only divide the numbers in the group by 2.
We don't do a box anymore?
And I hadn't had a chance to put my box, but my box is going there. All right, now here's the other trick. That was one trick. All right, what goes in the box? You can do that. 9. So watch this. I put a plus 9 here, right? Now, before we would put a minus 9 out here, correct? Now, I've got 2 times 9 is 18. I'm going to put -18 out there now. Yep.
Does that take away the 2, or you still got it?
Nope, it's still there. So I got 2, I got x plus 3 squared minus 4. That is my vertex form of the equation. So Jared, what is the vertex? -3 and -4. Yep.
So what do you do with the 2?
I'll show you. That only comes into play when you plug your numbers in the chart. Hey guys, let's just do the front. I'm not going to make y'all do the back today, okay? Let's just do the front today and we'll stop. We got 20 minutes. All right, so let's plug in our 4 points now. All right, Callie, give me 4 points. But first, let me graph -3 and -4. I'm right here. So Callie, which points do I need to plug in?
-5, -4, and -2, -1.
All right, y'all plug in those. We'll see if it works.
Like use the 2.
Yes, you got to use the Lane, you ready for 5? All right, Lane, I got a 3 in front of the x squared, so I got to divide by 3, right? So I divide by 3, but I only divide the numbers that are in the group by 3. Lane, what do I do with that plus 6?
Move it out.
Yeah, you just move it out. You don't divide it by 3. So I'm going to have x squared plus 3x right there. Now you find out what goes in the box. We're hearing some different things. All right, so what goes right here in the box? Half of 3 is 1.5. 1.5 squared. I didn't square it. 1.5 squared is 2.25 here. Now what goes out there? You got to do 3 times 2.25, and it'll be minus 6.75. All right, this one's really messy because you got decimals everywhere. All right, so Allie, what's my vertex going to be on number 5?
Negative 1.5, negative 0.75.
Very good. Negative 1.5 and negative 0.75. Now let's graph that. Negative 1.5. How do I go down 0.75?
You want to go all the way to the 1.
Yeah, just don't go all the way to 1. So negative 1.5, don't go all the way to 1.
Now, do you want to use halves in your...
I would not. I would use numbers, integers.
There's
So I'm going to use on the right side negative 1 and 0. And on the left side, I'm going to plug in negative 2 and negative 3. Now, if you choose to use, 1.5 and negative 2.5, you can still get it right. That's messy.
Should I make everything in parentheses a negative?
I don't know. Let's do it.
How do you work that?
Let's do it. Anybody got a question on 5 before we go to 6? Last one, number 6.
Yeah, because one way you'll get negative 18.
4 times negative 2 is negative 8, and move it, you have to make it.
Just negative 2.
And so negative 18 is negative.
All right, number 6. We got y equals negative 2x squared plus 8x minus 10. Jaden, what do I divide everything by?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So that's going to give me 8 divided by negative 2. That's negative 4x right there.
We do change the sign or don't? When we...
8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4.
No, I'm talking about...
As far as I've
Later.
got. All right, what goes in the box now? Plus 4, right? What goes behind the box over here? Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8.
Plus 8.
So let's put a plus 8
That's
right
And
there.
then it would be negative 2.
Yes, I got you, Kylie. Now it will be negative 2. All right, so we're going to plug in, well, first of all, my vertex is going to be 2 and negative 2. Over 2 and negative 2. All right, we got to plug in 4 points. So I'm going to plug in 3 and 4, 1 and 0, and see if that works. All right, just do the front. We're going to have to explain this to everybody who's out again tomorrow anyway.